I am giving you the clip notes of my day yesterday, and I'm trying to keep the story as short as possible so that we can all move on from this chaos. Last week, Magnolia went to have an MRI. It was a fairly somewhat simple procedure where they put her down. This was her first time ever under anesthesia for about 2.5 hours. Now, this week, we went to get the results from that MRI, and I went in confident. I was so confident because she has not had any kind of problems like Penelope had at her early stages of life. No hydrocephalus, no signs of anything that would be abnormal. Now, when I got into the room, the very first thing that the doctor said is, "I hate when I'm right and I had a hunch." "What is your hunch about?" He said, "We're trying to get her into surgery today, but there's no beds available because of COVID." I said, "What are you talking about? What do you mean surgery? What's happening?" He said, "Your daughter needs surgery. She's pinching her nerve in her lower foramen magnum. It's a matter of life or death. She needs surgery right now." Without questioning any further, I know this doctor so well because of his history with Penelope. So I said, "Look, she cannot go into surgery today. I have 3 kids and Joe is currently in Chicago. I don't know where the kids would go if I'm in surgery with her and in recovery with her." He said, "Look, there's no available beds because of COVID. The earliest that we can get her in, I am reserving her a bed for Friday. In the meantime, I need you to get blood work done and I need you to get a COVID test done for Magnolia so that we can go into surgery as soon as possible." I was a wreck yesterday. I was doing everything in my power to not cry so that I wouldn't have to touch my eyes in a heavily infested COVID hospital. And yet my lashes were just like, you know? I look at it now and I feel way more confident. Yesterday I was an emotional wreck, and I probably still will at times because I thought that I had one child that wasn't going to need surgery. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like so many little people have clones of them, you know? If they don't have surgery, then their children usually don't need surgery. And I never needed surgery. And so I thought Magnolia was like, she's never gonna need surgery. She's doing great. I'm so grateful. And that's not the case. One of the hardest things for me is the fact that Grayson just got out of surgery and the recovery wasn't exactly what we had expected. He just started walking 6 weeks post-surgery. So now that we're at least in a walking stage with Grayson, which I'm incredibly grateful for, thank you God. Where are we now? Now I'm back in surgery with another child. Let me clarify some things. Not all little people need surgeries. So when 2 little people have children together, they can still have completely healthy little children. And just because my children are needing surgery, it doesn't mean that they're not healthy. It just means that they need a little tweak in order to work properly. Things that I'm grateful for. Joe coming home on Thursday. This is gonna prevent her from hopeful never having sudden death. Yes, if not treated, this can possibly cause sudden death. It's a serious situation. Other things I'm grateful for. The fact that this will probably prevent her from having future surgeries. That's the hope. That's the goal. This is gonna help her walk. This is gonna help her progress as a little person. Also grateful for. 5, he checked her brain scan. There's no signs of hydrocephalus, which makes me very happy. 6, I'm glad I didn't leave this message yesterday because I sound like a hyena when I cry. I'm trying to make light of all this. The main reason why I'm sharing this is because this is kind of where I want my channel to be. I want to help other families that are going through similar situations that we are, as well as enlighten the general public. That's what Little Women was all about. That's what Little Women is all about, which, by the way, Atlanta is still every Thursday on Lifetime. Don't miss it. Hopefully this helps other parents that are having little people for the very first time, and they can know that everything's gonna be okay. Because if I can do it, you sure do it. I feel like it's important that we do spread awareness about different disabilities, not just dwarfism, but maybe hydrocephalus or autism or spina bifida or anything that actually falls into the category of you are different. Maybe hearing impaired. There's so many different types of disabilities out there that sometimes you can't even visually see until you meet that person. Or sometimes even after you meet that person, you don't even know. And that's what I want to bring awareness to. Because with every disability, there's an ability. And I feel like it's very important to remain on the positive side of things and figure it out before you're screaming. All right, Friday's the journey. I will take you guys along for the ride. And I've been here before. This isn't my first rodeo. So I feel more confident than I did the first time. But it was a lot to take in, knowing that she was supposed to go in surgery yesterday. Prayers are welcome, and I'm grateful for everyone sticking around to the channel, and I look forward to sharing more.